Before getting out of the car, I adjusted my olive sweater and my light-colored scarf. Through the kitchen window, I could see my parents and my sister, making a lot of hand gestures and laughing loudly. The whole scene felt fake, like a play. I tapped on the door, twice before, using my key. A rule my mother taught me when I was a child. Always announce your arrival. Emily. She used to say, "It's the proper thing to do," as I entered. The smell of roasted lamb and garlic mashed potatoes filled the air. The entryway had framed pictures of family memories, my graduation with my master's degree, my sister Jessica's art show, opening and family ski trips, where my smile always seemed a bit strained compared to their happy faces. Happy. "Emily, you're here." My mother called out from the dining room. Her voice was cheerful but a bit tense. "Yep, it's me," I replied, hanging my coat on the iron rack. I walked toward the sound and stopped in the doorway. My sister Jessica stood by the oak cabinet in a fashionable blue jumpsuit, her brown hair sleek and perfectly styled. My father was opening a bottle of Pinot Noir, pouring it into the special glasses we only use for major occasions. "Perfect timing," my dad said gently, handing me a glass we're celebrating. "What for?" I asked, gripping the stem of the glass, as Jessica's eyes gleamed with excitement. My father lifted his glass in a toast to Jessica's future. She just bought her dream loft, in a building called Crestview Towers. He announced we toasted the wine was tangy with hints of cherry. I took a sip, watching Jessica's pleased expression. Lofts at Crestview Towers start at $600,000. "That's wonderful," I said, my voice sounding strained. "How did you manage that?" My mother nervously fiddled with her silver bracelet. "We used the money for the down payment from the family fund," she said quietly. My heart sank. The fund I had been contributing to for the last 15 years. My father's eyes narrowed. "It's for our family's goals. Emily, that was the agreement." The room grew tense. 15 years earlier, when I was 24, I was a junior analyst working more than 70 hours a week. One evening at dinner, my parents suggested a savings fund for my first home, or perhaps my wedding. "Just contribute what you can." "Emily," my dad urged, "we'll manage it and put some money in too." I had deposited $700 every month into that account. I gave up vacations, lived in a small apartment with bad lighting, and bought all my clothes on sale. The fund grew to $26,000. It was my hope for the future. "I want to see the statements," I said, my voice steady and cold. My dad froze. "This isn't the right time." Now I insisted. My mother wrung her hands as Jessica showed me pictures on her phone of hardwood floors and glass railings. My dad reluctantly went and got a binder. I looked through it. My deposits were there, every month for 15 years, but I saw no contributions from them. What was worse were the withdrawals. $25,000 for Jessica's master's program, $18,000 for her SUV, and $12,000 for her inspirational trip to Bali. "You took my savings and gave them to her," I said, the words cutting through the silence. "It's a family fund," my mom pleaded. "We all share." I went to the guest bathroom and locked the door. My banking app confirmed the betrayal. The balance was zero. It had been drained 2 days earlier. My knees felt weak. I could hear Jessica's voice outside excitedly, talking about her new accent walls. I looked in the mirror and saw Emily, the dependable one. Emily, the forgotten one. I went back into the dining room, holding the binder. "You stole my future." Jessica rolled her eyes. "Relax, Emily, it's not like you had any plans for it. It's for the family's benefit." My dad snapped. "You'll get your turn." I picked up my purse. "I'm done," my mother gasped. "Emily, wait, I made your favorite cherry pie." I walked out the door and closed it behind me. It was the final note in a long history of sacrificing for them. Back at my apartment, my phone started buzzing with messages, my mother's apologies, my dad's demands, and Jessica's taunts. I ignored them. all I opened up. Instagram. Jessica had a new post with a picture of her posing in front of Crestview Towers. Keys dangling from her hand. The caption read, "So thankful for family. Who make dreams come true, Jar Newhome." I almost typed the truth in the comments, but stopped myself. My friend Nora, a legal assistant, arrived with some Merlot and a stack of documents. "This could be considered theft," she said, looking through my records. "You were the only one. Who put money in?" She introduced me to her colleague. A sharp attorney, named Diane, confirmed it was financial misconduct. "Emily, you have a strong case." Suing my own family felt like a betrayal. But Nora was direct, "They robbed you." A few days later, I was at Diane's office. I signed letters demanding that the bank stop all transactions and notifying my parents of my legal claim. My cousin Chloe called me and told me a similar story about how her family had stolen her inheritance. "It's a pattern with them, Emily," she urged. At mediation, my parents and Jessica sat across from me. Their faces showed a mix of defiance and shame. Diane presented the evidence. My $26,000 and the unauthorized withdrawals. My dad offered to split the money with me, refused. "It's all mine." Jessica stormed out, and my mother followed her with tears in her eyes. My dad signed the settlement agreeing to repay me $132,300 with interest. The next day I held the check. I felt a huge weight lifted. I donated $1,000 to my company's mentorship program, and then bought a cozy townhouse. It was simple with scuffed floors and a small patio, but it was mine. A year later, I was planting flowers in my patio garden when my mother appeared holding her purse. I didn't realize how much we hurt you, she admitted. I offered her some tea. It wasn't forgiveness, just a gesture. That night, Nora, Diane, and Chloe came over. We filled the table with laughter. This was my true family as the stars came out. I wrote in my notebook, "I am worth more than their promises." Fireflies danced outside, and I was finally home.